Good evening, I'm Mark Fisher. Welcome to KTRM Studios on Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. Tonight we will cover a meet and greet for 3 new directors on campus, as well as the new True Biz Forum from the School of Business. These stories and more are brought to you by KTRM Studios. You don't want to miss this. Students and others on campus are invited to meet with 3 new directors on March 23rd in the Alumni Room at the Student Union Building. From 8:30 to 10:30 a.m., students can meet with Vanessa Alexander, Director of the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, Allison Gus, the Director of Admissions, and Ashley Harding, Director of the Center for Academic Excellence. Vanessa Alexander has previously worked at Truman as a multicultural affairs students intern and participated in the Minority Ambassadors Program for 4 years. Allison Gus comes to Truman from the University of Colorado, Denver, where she served as a graduate program coordinator, admissions and recruitment coordinator, graduate admissions specialist, and director of admissions management and reach. Ashley Harding, an alumna of Truman, worked in CAE as an academic advisor and coordinator of university tutoring, and has also served as a graduate teaching and research assistant for the Department of English and Linguistics. Refreshments at the meet and greet will be provided. No RSVP is required. Truman's School of Business debuted its new True Biz Forum with an international business-related panel on February 23rd. Over 100 students filled Violet Hall 1000 to hear alumnus Robert Madigan Jr., Senior Director Supply Chain for Boeing Defense and Space, Ryan Murphy, CFO at Nidec Americas Holding Corporation, and Dr. William Newbury, a writer eminent scholar of global business at Florida International University, discuss topics with students regarding international business. True Biz Forum events are an opportunity for business people, Truman occupants, and Kirksville locals to learn and draw inspiration from renowned speakers. The School of Business plans to continue these events in the coming academic year, focusing on different fields of business. Truman's Greek Week is set to take place from April 3rd to April 7th. This year's Greek Week theme is On to the Next Chapter, a book and literature-centric theme. The teams this year will be divided into different genres of books, including fantasy, mystery, fairy tale, romance, graphic novel, and historical fiction. All of the money raised from this event will go to the Adair County Public Library, as well as Truman's Investing in Students Fund. For more information as the event draws closer, be sure to follow the Fraternity and Sorority Life Instagram page at TrumanFSL. The Office of Student Research is currently accepting applications for funding and scholarships for students presenting their research in upcoming conferences. The conference travel scholarships will give students $500 to use towards travel to present their research at conferences around the area. The Grants in Aid of Scholarship and Research allows students to receive $750 to use towards faculty-mentored research and travel. Applications are due March 27th, and any questions can be sent to osr@truman.edu. From March 20th through the 24th, students are invited to participate in a variety of activities for Health, Wellness, and Safety Week. Activities include a prize drawing, yoga with Jane's Dreamweaver at the Rec at 12 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. on days 2 and 4, and Dogs on the Quad on day 3. There will also be tabling in the sub for nutrition and stress awareness throughout the week. After a quick break, we'll take a look at weather and sports with John and Corey.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Hello, welcome back to the weekly Kirksville Weather Report. The current temperature right now is 42 degrees. The weather will remain at 41 or 42 degrees, then decrease to 38 and remain at that temperature throughout the night. Expect a lot of rain today. are this week. 100% chance of rain on Thursday with a low of 30 degrees and a high of 39 degrees. Friday, you're going to have a low of 28 degrees and a high of 39 degrees. And then Saturday, there's a 90% chance of rain, with Saturday being 27 degrees as the lowest and then 40 degrees at the high. Sunday will be 28 degrees and a high of 43 degrees. It's going to be cloudy throughout the week except for Tuesday, in which will be partly sunny. Next week will warm up to 53 degrees on the following Wednesday and Thursday. Humidity will remain high and for the rest of the week, with the current humidity today being 64%. Just make sure basically to wear a coat. And now we have a quick PSA.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write him a text or knit him a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write him a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
First in women's basketball, Truman State's women's basketball team had 4 members named All-GLVC. Hannah Bellinger became the first player in Truman State University women's basketball history to be named GLVC Player of the Year, as well as first team All-GLVC selection. Bellinger became the second player to score 600 points in a season in Truman State history and is the third Bulldog with over 1,800 points in a career. This is her 4th time being named unanimous first team All-GLVC. Ellie Welfa was also named first team All-GLVC for the 2nd time in her career. Gracie Stugart and Alex Fanning were named 3rd team All-GLVC. The women's team ended the 2022-23 season with a 20-10 record, going 15-5 in GLVC play. In men's basketball, they played their final game in the 2022-23 season March 4th against William Jewell with a close score of 66-64. Elijah Hayscamp was named first team All-GLVC of the 2022-23 season. Truman State baseball lost the first 2 games against University of Mary on March 4th, as well as the following doubleheader against University of Mary that occurred March 5th. Truman softball lost 8-5 against University of Central Missouri and 10-2 to Pittsburgh State in their games on March 4th. On March 5th's doubleheader against Missouri Southern State University, Truman softball team lost by scores of 14-5 and 10-2. They will next be heading to the spring games in Orlando, Florida, starting March 10th to play 8 games. Jacob Morse from Truman State Track and Field will be traveling to Virginia Beach, Virginia for weight throw at the NCAA Division II Men's Indoor Track and Field Championships. Morris holds the school's record for weight throw, going 19.88 meters at the GLVC Indoor Track and Field Championships. Morris's weight throw will take place Friday, March 10th at 3:30 p.m.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Next, we'll go to reporter Aiden Briezowitz, where he'll be interviewing Amelia Pelez about Women's History Month events on campus.
I have Amelia Pelez with me here today to discuss Women's History Month and International Women's Day. So first off, Amelia, thank you for taking the time to come and discuss with me. I guess just the first question that I want to ask off the start is, What is Truman doing to celebrate Women's History Month?
Yeah, Truman is holding a number of events on campus that are happening throughout the month of March for Women's History Month.
Okay, so you referenced some events. What are these events and when are they going to be held?
Yeah, so there was just an event on held by the student government. It was a women's slam poetry empowerment event, and that was held on March 3rd. And then upcoming True Sisters is having a Women's History Month dinner on April 11th. Halo is having an event on March 21st, and then the Women in Gender Studies minor is holding a Zoom series of panel discussions that are happening throughout February to April.
Okay, so you referenced a couple of organizations there. Could you just elaborate on who these organizations are and what they do on campus?
Yeah, so True Sisters and Halo are both under the CDI, which is the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and then the Zoom panel series is going to be held by the Interdisciplinary Studies Department along with the Women in Gender Studies minor.
Okay, and I guess why are these organizations really celebrating Women's History Month, or why is it important to them?
Yeah, all these organizations are just recognizing the importance of Women's History Month, and by celebrating notable women who have made impacts throughout history, whether that's on campus or globally.
Okay, and I guess just the last question to tie it all together is why, why is it important for just everybody to celebrate Women's History Month or recognize this?
Yeah, I think it's just important that we acknowledge women's rights and that we recognize intersectionality.
All right, thank you, Amelia, and we'll send it back to Mark.
Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM and pick up a copy of the Index. Don't forget to also check out our digital content at tmn.truman.edu. You can also follow KTRM Studios on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to KTRM Studios on YouTube for full broadcast news coverage. If you ever thought about being on TV, head over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us here at KTRM Studios, thank you for tuning in. Have a good rest of the week.